What's up, LTD addicts? Let's talk InVideo. InVideo is a software tool designed to help you create marketing videos for your business. It's currently on AppSumo with a lifetime offer of just $49. Pay it once, get to use the tool forever. Typically, it has a monthly plan and you'll be paying as you use it. Now, is this software going to alleviate your need for something like Adobe Premiere or Final Cut Pro? Definitely not if you're used to making videos with those tools, but can it speed up the process of making short, simple videos for things like Instagram or YouTube? That's what we're gonna find out in this review, so stay tuned. Hey everybody, I'm Dave from thatltd.life. I review software tools that have lifetime offers. My job is to cut through the FOMO, help you avoid the shelfware so that you can make wise investments for your business. Let's get right into it. Today we're looking at AppSumo's InVideo. You can see here it says InVideo thrilled the radio star. It's $49 for one code. Let's just zoom down and look at the plans here real quick. You can stack codes as becoming very familiar with AppSumo users. You can start with just one code, get 30 videos per month, and that gives you one user, and you can have videos up to 3 minutes in length. As you add more codes, what you're gonna see increase is the number of videos you can produce per month. So it goes all the way up until you get to 5 codes. You get 30 videos per month. So at 4 codes, you're looking at 120 videos per month, but at 5 codes, you get unlimited videos per month. They also add in 3 users and extend the length of the video to up to 10 minutes. So 5 codes is gonna run you $245, a single code at just 49 bucks. Now, what do you need? Maybe you don't need anything at all. Let's find out. Let's dive into the software. So here is InVideo. First kind of initial thoughts is that the user interface is a little bit clunky and it's a little bit slow. If you're used to working on video on your desktop and you have a fast, powerful desktop, you're probably still going to want to do that for most of your projects. Does that mean that InVideo is useless? Probably not, but let's dive in and find out. I'm going to go ahead and click this create button here and I get an option. This actually surprised me the first time I saw it. Typically with software tools like this, it's kind of a cookie cutter approach and there are not many choices. InVideo gives you the choice between a InVideo storyteller video and a quick video. Now I'm gonna make some editorial comments here and just say that these names are terrible. They don't help me at all in deciding what type of video I want to create. They have tutorials and sample videos that you can watch to fully understand what the options are. But honestly, I think some better naming conventions could really improve the usability of the product here, just to help you understand what it is that you want to do. There are actual fundamental differences to what I click here, how you use the software, depending on which software or which video type I choose. So in this video, I'm actually gonna go through the process of creating both a storyteller video and a quick video so you can kind of just get a feel for how it works. Let's go ahead and begin. So the first thing it's gonna ask me to do is to choose a template for the video. This is a pretty important part of creating the video because it's going to basically dictate how the video looks and feels throughout the course of the creation. It's not very easy to go back to this step and change out to a different template if you get halfway into the video and you don't like it. So make sure you take your time here and really find a template that you like. I'm gonna go ahead and choose this one called Freestyle, and I'm gonna do this in kind of the Instagram 1x1 format here, and I'm gonna hit start with this template. Now, because I'm doing this storyteller type of video, this is based on, say, like an article or a blog post, and I want to change that into a video. So I've got a script here I'm just going to paste in. Now, if you wanted to create a video based on an article, you could certainly do that. There is start with an article link here. You just click this, you'll paste in the link to the blog post or the news article that you want to create a video about, and it will go ahead and scrape the content and try to create a somewhat reasonable video based on the context of the article. For me, I'm going to start with this script here. Now, some important things is I need to add line breaks for the scene to change. Basically, if you can think of like a cut in the video, that's just going to be a return on your script. So I'm going to go ahead and just enter in some returns here. And there's one more I need to add in. Great. And I have also left out that I need a headline. This will kind of be like the first scene inside of the video. I'm going to go ahead and just take that first line from the script and paste it up there. All right, then let's go ahead and click next. At this point, InVideo is reading my script and trying to pair it up with reasonable photos or stock videos. So let's see how it does. Now it does take a little bit of time here, probably 30 to 40 seconds. Okay, here we go. It's loaded everything up. Now you can see that it read that this says mother in it, and it's paired it up with a nice photo of a mother tossing her child up into the air. So that's cute. I like that. I kind of go through and just look at the previews here. Now I do notice that InVideo does this a lot because it's using the text from one scene here. It's going to end up, if you have similar text throughout, it'll end up grabbing the same image multiple times, which is kind of frustrating. So here we've got the same image showing up twice. Let's see what else we've got here. This photo looks a little sad, and it looks like, everyone here is kind of, let's preview this, this content here, see if it's a good fit. Oh, it's pretty small. I can't really tell. But from the looks of it, no one's smiling in the photo. I don't actually see a mother. Looks like maybe some older boys are taking care of some younger kids. So in this case, because this is a script about, moms, and it says a new generation of moms who put the health and happiness of strength of their families first, it doesn't seem like this photo is a very good fit. So I'm going to need to switch this out. And I'm also going to need to switch this one out because it's a duplicate of this photo, which I can't really tell if it would be nice if there was a way to preview this a little larger so that I could tell whether it was good content for the video. But those are just some things that, still need to be refined inside of this user interface. So let's get right into it. Let's make this pop a little bit better. So the first thing I notice in my video here is the text is really small for how much is on one line. Perhaps my lines are too big, but that's just how the script works. This is just one sentence. It's a longer sentence, but it's not ridiculous. So let's click Edit Scene here and see how we can change this to be a little bit more readable. Now, the first thing I can do is simply resize this text box. It will auto-populate the text to fill it out a little bit more. But I don't like that. It seems to me you could easily put more words on one line here. And I've kind of got to stretch things out a bit more than I'd like to be able to get everything to kind of look nice. And then even then it kind of staggers down. So that's frustrating. It's like I just want it to look a little bit better without having to constantly juggle it around here. Okay, so I can move this text around as you're seeing. There's also something called an overlay going on. So if I preview this, you can see there's a little bit of texture. It makes the video look like it has a little bit of motion to it. So that's nice. We'll clear out of this. I can add a voiceover here if I wanted to. I could click record and just record right into my laptop or right into my computer. Or I could also record, say, from a standalone source, or maybe you're outsourcing this. You got somebody on Fiverr or a friend that is a broadcaster. They're going to record a voiceover for you. You can actually just upload that right to InVideo. That's pretty nice. Of course, I can change the colors here. This one is set to be this reddish color. Let's say I want to add it maybe more of a pink color. That fits with the brand a little bit better. One thing I don't like about this color selector is it's RGB. I don't see a way to add a hex color, which is what most people use for website design. So if you have, say, some brand colors, you're probably used to using RGB, but I don't see a way to add that. So hopefully, again, that's something maybe that can be added in the future. All right, so let's take a look at some other options here, but let's do that inside of another one of the scenes that we want to edit. So I'm not crazy about this photo of kind of like a big family. I want this to focus on moms. So let's go ahead and trash that media, and I will find a more appropriate photo. Let's see. I'm just looking over here. It's kind of gone ahead and searched for my title. Maybe I'll just put mother into the title, into the search box, excuse me, and see what it comes up with here. Let's see, Mother Teresa, some nice cute baby photos. Here, this is a lady throwing her baby up in the air, it looks like. And we'll go ahead and add that one in. The only thing I need to do to add this photo to my project is drag it over. And there you go, you can see it has added it to the project. Now, I can, of course, edit this scene some more. I have the same issue here where there's a lot of text. It's hard to read because the photo kind of, there's white from the reflection of the sun off the water. Makes it hard to read. I can move this around to maybe a spot that's a little bit easier. I think, if I just position it kind of right there, it looks better. But I do think it's still a little bit small. Whoops, I actually moved the entire photo. That's okay. There is an undo button up here. I can go ahead and hit that. And let's see if I can make this text a little bit bigger. There, that looks better. All right, let's see what other options there are here. I could add social links. So if I wanted to do that, I would just type in my social link here. I could add in some stickers. So stickers are going to be basically icons that you want to add in. So this is, about health and fitness. So maybe I'll just do like some vegetables. And let's see what it comes up with for me. Let's see, how about it's like some peas or something here. You can see it adds it in kind of black, and I can't actually change that color, it looks like. I can change the opacity. So if I bring this down to say about 50%, it's not as bright. It would kind of blend in here. There's no real way to change the positioning either. So like if I wanted this to be behind the text, I don't know of any way that I can actually like layer it like I could inside of like a Photoshop type of application. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete this image. I don't think that's working really well. Let's talk a little bit more about some things we can do to this photo itself. You can see right now that it's a 16:9 type of photo, but of course I'm doing this for Instagram. So in order to fill out the rest of the frame, it's kind of created this blur. Well, I can change that if I don't like that. In fact, I don't really. What I can do here is go to image resizing options. And right now by default, it's set to fit with blur, but I can change it to be fit with transparent, which basically just shows the canvas color underneath. Or I can do cropped screen, in which case it fills the image out. But here in this case, it's cut off part of the woman, and I think that's kind of one of the emotional parts of the video. I'd like to include that. So I'm gonna go ahead and change this back to one of the other options, and then I'm just gonna crop it manually. And this manual option lets me kind of frame it up how I'd like, and I'll hit done. And wait here for it to process. And there we go, that looks a lot better. However, it is still showing a little bit of the canvas over here on the right. So I can probably just change this to crop to screen at this point. Oh, and it really didn't cover that up for me. So maybe there's a way I can, there we go. If I just drag it over, now it's covered up, and I think that looks a lot nicer. All right, last options here in this edit scene selection is animations. So I can actually have this say, fade in. Let's say I want it to fade down, have a little movement to it. Then once it's there, it's going to zoom in, kind of a Ken Burns type of effect. And then maybe I'll have it fade out, and we'll have it go to the right this time. Let's see what that looks like. It's generating the preview. There it fades down, and here it's zooming in. And now in a second, it should fade to the right. There we go. You can see there's a little bit of like black space in between. Unfortunately, when it goes from scene to scene, I do notice that in InVideo, it's not as kind of a seamless transition often when you use these animations. It kind of adds a little bit of glitching into the video, it seems. All right, now I feel like this is much too long. So I'm gonna go ahead and change this to 4 seconds right down here in the scene duration. And if I wanted to say line things up a little better, I can add a grid and be able to make sure I'm following my rule of thirds or something like that. Now, I'm not a very good photographer. I'm probably even better or even worse graphic designer. So we'll just leave things as they are for the moment. Hit save. All right, and the last thing I want to do here before we kind of take a look at the preview and move to the other type of video is let's look at the stock video library, because in a tool like this, that's pretty important. Okay, here are these guys. Let's get rid of them. I don't really need them in this video. Nice family photo, but not appropriate for this one. So I'll delete it, and let's go up to videos here. I was going to start searching for the term mother because that's what I have in the search box. Now, a couple things to note here. It says include premium videos, and that's checked. So any of these videos that have a little crown next to it, those are actually not included with the AppSumo deal. They do have a special offer for AppSumo. I'll talk about that at the end of the video. But for now, it's worth noting that most of these videos that are good quality, like where you're seeing human beings, in this case, for this search term, these are all videos that are not included, and I would need to pay extra if I wanted to access them. So I can turn this off and see what mother videos there are. All right, I'm getting kind of a lot of like like an ocean view here, it looks like. I'm not sure how this is related to mother. Maybe these are plants that are like a mother seahorse. I'm not really sure what that is, but I don't think it's right for this particular video. Here's one with a baby. So just kind of low quality stock video is what I found from searching, even through different types of search terms. Not super impressed with the quality of the stock video. Stock video is expensive. High quality stock video is it's hard to come by. So that's not entirely surprising for a lifetime deal. Here you can see like this video is out of focus, which might be fine if you're running words over the top of it, but generally we don't want our video to be out of focus on purpose. All right, so let's grab this one just for the sake of getting things done here. When I drag it over to use inside of the scene, it asks me how long I want the video to be. So I can actually go ahead and just change this here. I'll make this one 5 seconds and go ahead and hit done. And it grabs the 5 seconds. If I wanted to grab a different 5 seconds, I could have moved that slider over and cropped it to where I want it to be. Let's go ahead and preview this scene. Everything kind of takes a little bit longer than I'd like personally, but there we go. See, we have that blur, and we could, even though this is a video, we could still go into the edit scene and we could change the crop and do all of the things we did to the photography. All of those options are still there. You can add the icons, which they call stickers. You can add overlays. Actually, let's look at the overlays. We didn't really touch on that yet. So here are overlays. Overlays are like the texture that you're seeing playing over the top of the video. So here's a fireworks one. Let's add this fireworks to the video, and then we'll go ahead and preview it. Obviously, this isn't very appropriate for this particular video, but you can see that that's kind of playing in the background. So it could just be a nice way to add a little bit of motion. They're not all as kind of dramatic as that. Let's see if I can find you one that's a little bit more artistic. Let's see what this looks like. Even this is pretty intense. I can lower the opacity here. Let's say I bring it down to maybe about 30% and we'll hit preview. I'm not going to edit any of these loading scenes out because I want you to experience what it's like to actually use the software. It does drag a little bit. If you had, say, 10 or 15 videos to make, I think this would get a little tiring to see that loading screen all the time. Okay, so I mean that's not like super beautiful or anything, but you can see that it's not quite as ridiculously over the top intense as having opacity set to 100 is. All right, let's go ahead and save this. We've been working on this a little while now, 5 or 6 minutes. Let's see what we've got. I'll go ahead and preview and export and see what it looks like. It says the low resolution preview will play in about 15 seconds, and here it goes. Now, I should say that it is actually playing music, and I can control the music. I can choose a different one of their tracks or upload my own track. And as I mentioned before, you can also use a voiceover to play across this as well. Now, I didn't change all the text sizes, but to me, the type here just by default is too small for how many words I chose. Some of the photos they chose I haven't edited out yet, but that one, everyone looks really sad to me. All right, so that's really hard to read, like the white on the yellow, not my favorite. But you get the idea. If you're not familiar with using video editing tools at all, this could really speed things along for you. Although if you are familiar with something like Adobe Premiere or Final Cut Pro, this probably is not going to be something you want to gravitate towards for most projects. I could see it working occasionally, but if you're already a video editor, this is going to feel, it's definitely a different workflow. I'll put it that way. It's definitely, to me, it feels a little slower because you have to wait for everything to load. And you also don't have the control over things that you're probably used to when you're using a more full-featured video editing software. Now, you might say, well, this is $49, whereas something like Final Cut Pro is much more expensive. Actually, I'm not sure how much Final Cut Pro is. Let me look real quick. So Apple's Final Cut Pro, if you have a Mac, is $300. Now, you pay that price once and you get it forever. So in a way, it's a lifetime deal. I bought it, probably almost a decade ago, and maybe more like 7 or 8 years ago, and I've never had to pay for an upgrade fee. All of the updates are included by Apple for free. So if you're looking at, say, stacking 5 codes, you're getting close to just buying Final Cut Pro at this point. However, Final Cut Pro has a much steeper learning curve. If you're looking to make these kind of marketing videos, you'll have to work a little while until you really can create things that fast and that effectively. So it really depends on the results that you're looking for, whether this is a good investment for you. All right, let's jump over to that other type of video. They called it a quick video. I'm going to go ahead and just hit the create button here again. And this time we'll choose this option here on the right-hand side. It says build videos to market your brand in less than 5 minutes. I've actually got some video I want to upload here and see how this works. So quick videos, I can choose to make a promo video. I'm gonna go ahead and choose this Instagram videos, but there's some other options. We'll run through these. It says bumper ads, product videos, Instagram videos, video ads, and promo videos. I don't really know what the difference is here, whether it sorts out like other templates, but maybe like you don't get the options for video ads if you choose Instagram videos. I assume that's what it is. I think, to make that simple, they could just add that sorting right here and you could kind of see it update. That'd be nice. Oh, look at that. They do. So if I want to see the video ads, I could toggle through. So that option at the beginning, probably not that important. All right, let's make an Instagram video. I'm just going to choose a template here quickly. I kind of want something with text on the top and the bottom, like a meme type of thing. There we go. This looks pretty good. So you got your logo and then some text. And this is in that Instagram 1x1 format. And let's go ahead and start with this template. It's giving me an editing tip while this loads up. It says I can use the command Z or Control Z to undo a mistake, and that's good to know. All right, so it's loaded the template here. I've only got this one scene loaded, which is actually perfect. It's what I'm looking for. What I want to do is replace this video with some video. My wife has a fitness blog where she talks about, how to be a fit mother. So I want to actually create an Instagram video for her and see what it would be like to do this using InVideo, whereas we usually use Final Cut Pro to create this type of video. Now I've got a video on my desktop. I'm going to go ahead and try to upload this, and I'm just going to navigate here to my desktop. And it's this one right here. I'll hit open. And right away, it opens like it loaded, but I can't see the preview. If I click on the play button, nothing happens. So I'm not really sure what to do at this point. So it's asking me if I want to trim the video or upload the full video. But if I do that, I'm guessing I probably, so it's uploading right now, but I don't know if I'll actually be able to see it. I think I should have a preview in that window. So let's let this upload and we'll find out. All right, so it's finished uploading here. It says optimizing for web, and it's gonna take 2 minutes. So while this is optimizing, what I'm actually gonna do is run this video through Handbrake and change the format into something that's not an MOV file and see if maybe I can get that preview loading up inside of InVideo. So let me do that right now. I'll run it through Handbrake and re-upload. Okay, now before I was able to get the Handbrake results done, InVideo actually finished processing the video fairly quickly, and I can see it was able to read the video. I'm still gonna try to upload this version that I processed with Handbrake just to see if I can see the preview window here. So let's go ahead, and you can see now I've got an MP4, and I'll upload that. And sure enough, now it is able to see the preview. This is my wife lifting some heavy weights. And I actually do want to trim this so that it starts maybe right about here, editing those first 5 seconds off. So I'm gonna hit this trim button. Pulls open a very familiar interface if you've ever used like a smartphone to edit your videos. You've seen this before. That looks pretty good. I know I want to keep the rest of the video. I'll just go ahead and hit upload at this point. And it should, now it's uploading that new video as well. So I'll have both of them over here on the left. I'm gonna go ahead and just trash this one that I uploaded previously, and we'll use the Handbrake version. In case you're not familiar with Handbrake, this is an open source free video compression tool. It lets you convert videos from one format to another, and it also transcodes them so that you can reduce the file size. I use Handbrake multiple times per day. It's totally free. Definitely recommend just going to handbrake.fr, grabbing this tool if you've never used it before. It's got some presets built in, so if you're uploading to something like YouTube, you can just choose one of the YouTube settings and be pretty happy with the results. All right, so let's see how InVideo is doing here. It's got my new video uploaded and processed. Let's add this in. So if I drag it over here, it asks me what I want to do with the video. It's kind of a nice interface. It's letting me say add this as a layer. So I could have multiple videos inside of the same scene, or I could add it behind the existing scene, or I could actually replace the video on there. And that's what I want to do. I want to replace it. All right, let this process for a second. There we go. This is starting to look pretty good. I can move the video around a little bit. I actually didn't want to do that. So let me hit the undo button, and maybe I have to undo one more time. I think I had 2 moves. Good. Now I'll go ahead and edit the text here, and let's just type this in line. So I don't know what I did there, but I ended up deleting the text. So I'm going to try to undo that. It's a good thing that undo functionality is there. Here is the actual area. I was trying to do it like as I was reading on the screen, but you have to edit everything over on the left. So here is her website, sweetmotherof.com. I'll go ahead and save that. Where it says your logo, I would actually like to replace this. I wonder if there's a way to just drag in. I'm going to upload her logo. And let's see if I can use that kind of replace function like I used in the video. Here is the content I've uploaded, and let's see if I drag it over top of this, what it does. Yeah, it does. Sure, great. That's awesome. Replaces right there. Now, she does have some fonts she likes to use. Let's see what fonts are available. Video fonts. Looks like there's quite a few. She usually uses Montserrat. There we go. And there's some different options here. I will try, bold tends to work better. Oh, it's black though. Okay, there we go. And it looks like this is maybe a bit big now. And it says auto sizing is locked. How do I unlock that? Okay, there we go. I don't know why that was weird. I unlocked it and it just automatically resized to the appropriate. So I guess it was locking me out of resizing it. Let's add some text up here. Click on that. And again, I get that same kind of editing field. And I could say 5 tips for stronger deadlifts. And I'll save that. And let's just go ahead. I actually don't want this bar right here at all. So if I select it, I can just hit the trash can. And there we go. Now let's see what this video looks like. Again, generating the preview. I'm going to let all these play in the video. I know they're kind of boring, but I want you to see what it looks like. All right, so you get the kind of the points here. We can see there's my wife doing some deadlifts, and looks kind of like a meme, right? Looks exactly like what you'd expect. Now there's some other more stylish templates here. If I wanted to go back and choose a different template, I could certainly do that. But this is really what I was looking to accomplish. If I want to do something like resize the logo, that's easy to accomplish. All I do is drag it around. So in a lot of ways, this is probably easier for most people to use than something like Final Cut Pro for accomplishing this type of video for Instagram. So I really like the tool for this. Where I think it kind of falls apart personally is when we're doing those longer form like script things. Like you're gonna have to tweak each and every line of text quite a bit in order to get something that's usable. So just keep that in mind. It's not gonna be a 5-minute quick video when you do those stories, unless you're only dealing with 3 or 4 lines of text. I think they're a little bit more time intensive. So let's talk a little bit more about the overall interface here, and we'll get into the deal. So there's not a lot of other options than what you've seen, but I would like to go over the where it says My Projects. I can see the 2 videos that I've created here. I could rename them. So like this is the one we just did, 5 tips for stronger deadlifts. And then here's, of course, the manifesto video we were working on earlier. This thing keeps popping up. I've not rated InVideo yet, and I keep hitting this ask me later thing because there's no way to just make it go away. So I should probably just rate them, but I don't want to do that. Some other tidbits. So there is a chat box down here. You can see where you can actually interact with the InVideo staff. Overall, pretty impressed with the founders here. They're very responsive. They have changed a lot of things about the deal, not out of greed or offering a bad deal to begin with, and then to make it seem like things were getting better. Just user feedback saying, hey, can you add like a button to hide all the premium videos? They did that right away. Hey, could you let me upload my own music? They did that right away. They added more stock music. So they're very responsive just to making their product better. And I think this is the best case scenario for AppSumo type deals where the tool is just new. It's a advantageous team. They're looking to improve and they're getting some funding from Sumolings investing in the lifetime deals. So I think this is really what I kind of look for in terms of a team behind the product. They're really excited about it. I'm getting a lot of promotional emails sent to me, which is actually okay because they're trying to get feedback. They're trying to get better all the time. It's not trying to sell me things. Now there is an upsell. Let's go ahead and check that out. Let's click on upgrade here from the menu. And you can see their monthly plan. So they have a free plan. Now, obviously, we have the lifetime deal. If you go ahead and purchase through AppSumo, you get a lifetime deal. So that's not really necessary. The starter plan gets you 10 videos per month, and that's $10. The professional plan gets you 30 videos per month. So that's kind of what the lifetime deal is based upon. Or you can go up to an enterprise plan, and this is the important part. It gets you 60 premium videos per month. So that's the ones that have the little crown on it in the stock video library. So those are much higher quality. Now I will note that even those premium videos, I have other video tools that have built-in libraries, and they have those included kind of for free. So that's one part about this deal that I'm not super impressed with. The premium content is still not that great, in my opinion. So, if you're looking to get access to a subscription library of premium videos, this is $10 a month, billed annually. So it's $120 a year. And you still get to keep your video restrictions. So if you stack 5 codes, you get unlimited. Then you could upgrade to enterprise and you get the premium videos. That's kind of how that stacking works. For me, I'm going to skip that. I don't need that personally. I don't use a lot of stock videography. And if I do, I can just grab it from one of my other sources. But we do have the unlimited videos, so that's nice. This is really the only upsell they have because these other plans will be matched by the lifetime deal. Okay, so here we are on the settings looking at the brand presets. Now, this is interesting to me because brand presets, plural, indicates that you can have several presets for different brands. That is currently not available inside of InVideo. However, it is on their roadmap, so hopefully they add this feature and include it for AppSumo buyers. Because I have multiple companies that I work with, so it'd be really nice to be able to have their brands loaded in, and I could just choose which color scheme I would like to use for whatever video I'm working on. So you can see you can set up the colors and the logo for the brand, and you can add in the social profiles as well as end clips. So you could have, if you have a horizontal video, you could have a video play at the end of every one of them, maybe kind of like your catchphrase or your slogan. All right, let's go over here to social accounts where you can actually connect up your social accounts for posting your videos directly from the application here. That's going to do it for overall looking at how this works. There's not really any other options. Again, just to kind of get that main screen, you just hit the create button and you're able to go through the process of either creating a blog article type of post or a marketing video that looks more like an advertisement or say an Instagram post. Let's head back over to the AppSumo page and look at the deal one more time here. So all of the plans feature lifetime access. You have to redeem them by July 1st, 2019. You get the stickers, the overlays, the special text box, the copyright-free music, reseller rights, so you can create these videos and you can sell them to your clients. That's totally legit. They don't mind you doing that. You have the advanced editing. That's when you click that edit scene button. That's what they're talking about for advanced editing. There is no branding, so that's really nice. They're not trying to sneak anything in there. You get full HD resolution, custom font uploads. That's good to know. If you have a font for your brand, you can upload it and use it with your videos. You get all future upgrades, so that's great. And for just $20 a month, you get, actually they've reduced that. It's now just $10 a month. You get 50 premium videos. You know what that is, I think? If you pay $20 per month and not bill it annually, but if you pay annually, they'll take 50% off of that. And of course, AppSumo always offers a generous return policy of 60 days money back. So like you saw, I already stacked this 5 here. I might end up refunding some of them. I just don't see myself using it to the point where I need unlimited videos. But, you know, as it is so far, I'm pretty happy with it. I did have some interactions with their support. I had some problems redeeming my codes. They were very responsive, got everything redeemed right over the chat really quickly. You can see there is 147 5 taco reviews here. So that's a pretty good sign for an AppSumo deal. So overall, this product is really great for those of you that don't have any video editing chops. You've never really done video before, but you know you need to help grow your brand. It's not so great for people who have been using things like Final Cut or Adobe Premiere over many years. But I would recommend taking a look at it to see if it could possibly speed up your workflow, or maybe you could even outsource some of your work to people who aren't necessarily video editors. For me, overall, I'm going to rate this one a solid 6.5, just because it's a little bit slow and tedious to use, and it doesn't really fit my personal use case. However, I do think it's going to be a home run for a lot of people out there. So that's going to do it for this video. If you like lifetime deals, if you like this review, make sure you hit that like button. This is a long video. You made it all the way to the end. Hit that like button, click the subscribe button, and you'll get notifications when new reviews are posted. Really appreciate you watching. Leave me a comment down below. What do you think of InVideo? Is this a tool that you could see being used in your business? All right, see you next time.